Oh, salutations, YouTube. I am Nathan, here to be your host on this program once again. We're gonna be playing some Mono Electric on the ladder today. Oh, let's get into it. So Mono Electric, actually, I gotta break character for this one bit. Mono Electric is a playstyle that I always describe as the ultimate matchup fish in Monotype, because sure, there's lots of tight matchup dependent things you can play out there, but Mono Electric in particular, if you're against some bad electric communities, you're in trouble. Obviously Mono Ground is terrible and pretty miserable for you, but even, you'd be surprised, Mono Flying can be pretty rough when they have multiple electric immune Pokemon. Mono Grass is pretty rough too. So, the point is that I'm trying to get across here is that if you have a Pokemon like Regieleki with Volt Switch and Thunderbolt and Rising Voltage in the electric terrain, it is nigh unstoppable. I don't want to say this without double checking it first, but I think you can Oko a Latios in electric terrain. Oh no, I'm wrong there, because yeah, they have Levitates, they're off the ground, so Rising Voltage doesn't really affect them. But if you look at like a Haxorus, which is similar bulk, like holy crap, you are destroying them there. So definitely, even things that resist this Regieleki in electric terrain are going to be nigh unstoppable. We'll start off with it. There's kind of two trains of thought you can do when you're building one electric team. You can be like, okay, I want to just steamroll these matchups that are advantageous for me. It is a bit of a matchup fish. If I get that good matchup, Regieleki is going to be almost a guaranteed win. Or you go something more along the lines of this team, which happens to feature Magnezone and a Zapdos with choice specs. And the Hurricane spec Zapdos is really good at breaking even neutral mons. For example, 2-hit KOs even a Mantine, 2-hit KOs whose famous special defensive wall, 2-hit KOs Landorus, unless I'm mistaken. It's really good at that sort of secondary stab at taking these mons on. You'll find even our big important Pokemon like Raichu Alola and Tapu Koko both have Grass Knot to help against the Seismitoad, for example. So really important. Again, there's two traits of thought. When I was watching, I watched a lot of tournament games. I was kind of stunned, shocked even, by the representation that Electric had in the tournament scene. For the most part, they opted to run this style of team where you have Zapdos, you just go all out, instead of something like, it doesn't have to be a Regieleki. Draco's ult is very good too, because you can take advantage of that with the Bolt Beak to be nigh unstoppable there. But again, if you do come against like someone with really good defensive ground types, you're going to be in trouble. Kind of similar to our Dracovish video we did yesterday. I like Regieleki because once you send a Regieleki in, there is no sort of compunction or question of who they're going to afterwards. So you have a Regieleki in and they're going to swap to like a Crocodile afterwards. You can double swap on that and set up your Rotom Wash, for example, which I always appreciate when you have like a very straightforward double switch to play with. But let's get going here. Okay. I will start off with, I'm going to go back and forth between character. It's funny. I don't know if I'm being funny right now or really annoying. Probably a bit of both. But Mono Dragon, only the Garchomp to deal with. If it's a Stealth Rock Garchomp as a suicide lead, that would serve us quite well, I should think. But otherwise, it shall stymie us. I can't do it. I can't do it for a whole life. You guys get the joke. I'm already struggling to see in these things here. So in terms of a Garchomp lead, and this is the Regieleki one, right? So Regieleki, if I get the specs up, if I get their terrain up, no one is swapping into Rising Voltage with this mon. Like, simply no one. These two take one, but they're 2-hit KO'd. These three might be O-code. Your Levitates, maybe not, but still, it's going to be unstoppable, really. Trying to see without this stupid glasses. So if I want a swap for the Garchomp, Tapu Koko is, if it was Volt Switch would be better. Tapu Koko is also going to be very important, of course. Specs Dazzling Gleam is really, really difficult for most people to deal with. Rotom seems obvious to offer a Hydro Pump or a Will-O-Wisp on this Garchomp. Zapdos is good too, because it kind of denies hazards on Garchomp with a Defog. This could also be a Scarf Garchomp looking at the team. I would highly doubt it given the presence of Latias, and Dracovish is probably Scarf too, and Dragapult offers Speed Control. I think it'd be a mistake to have a team like this and have a Scarf Garchomp. So I'm going to predict it's just a suicide lead here and go for Rotom Wash. If they do go Dragonite, that's completely fine by me. I'll offer a Will-O-Wisp here. Likely a swap in, if I'm being honest. This is one of those cases where I'm not sure if I should give my opponent some credit. Because if I give them no credit, then Will-O-Wisp on a Dragon Dance works just fine. I'll Volt Switch. I think I will Volt Switch. If they Swords Dance, then I can, if they Dragon Dance, then I can go back to, I can go to Tapu Koko, and then, no, if they do Dragon Dance, it'd be really bad. I either give them too much credit or I Volt Switch on a swap into like one of these two, which would make a lot of sense on this Will-O-Wisp here. It's not so bad if I'm in a matchup with these two. So I'm gonna do a Will-O-Wisp, because if they do go to Hydreigon and Latias like I expect, because I am gonna give my opponent some props here, then it's fine. This is especially defensive Rotom. We probably still can go for a Volt Switch after the fact. If it's Hydreigon, I have a really pretty easy swap into my Tapu Koko. If it's Latias, that means they're always Psychic or Draco Meteor. That would be a harder one to swap into for sure. I'll probably Volt Switch there. As they go to Garchomp on the Will-O-Wisp, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that one. Well, they're burned, so I'm not so threatened. They're going to let me Hydro Pump them. Fantastic. This Pokemon, I'm just going to Hydro Pump again, honestly. On the off chance they stay in, this is the most key matchup for us. Once this thing dies, Regieleki is going to pop the hell off. I imagine they'll swap here, so Volt Switch would be really good for getting some momentum, and we're keeping Rotom healthy because it's going to be swapping in quite a bit. But again, this is kind of when I'm weighing the risk reward of every interaction here. The reward of getting another Hydro Pump on this Garchomp is spectacular. Okay, hell yeah, hell yeah. Are you gonna let me kill you at this point? Seems unlikely we'll hit a third straight Hydro Pump, if I'm being honest. As they go to Dragapult to boot. Probably substitute here if I'm being honest. But I'll Volt Switch. This Rotom's become a little bit less useful. As they Draco Meteor, seems to be Specs, interestingly. Okay, these guys are almost always Dragon Dance. That was really not my radar at all, admittedly. But that damage suggests Specs to me. I don't think Scarf would do 65 on a very Spadeft Rotom. I could check that, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. So that means that they're locked into this. I can now... I'll Volt Switch here. Or Dazzling Gleam, just take a KO on something. They'll probably sack Garchomp, which would be great. Or they go to Dragonite, lose their Sash. Someone's dying here. If we're going to win this game, it's going to be off Tapu Koko's very slim back here. Because are these shoulder pad pauldrons that Tapu Koko's got? Is that what we're dealing with? Or is this little thin quality in the middle? Is that all that there is to Tapu Koko? If so, it is a very slim back. I expect E-Speed. And this is an important Tapu Koko, but I don't really want to risk it. 41, we can handle that. I didn't want to risk a Dragon Dance. I'm getting a little bit too paranoid about these Dragon Dancing Dragonites, but that's fine. We do not have a lot of turns to work with when it comes to this terrain to keep. Also, it's worth keeping in mind. So, I could go to Raichu here, couldn't I? It's okay. I'll go to Rotom. It's dying to Stealth Rush at this point anyways. We just kept it for a sack at this point. And then let's go to our... Rising Voltage is like a 2-hit KO on anyone, but afterwards, what's our base speed on Raichu Alola? 350. So yeah, if we lose a train, I can still beat Garchomp the turn afterwards. That's pretty okay by me. And this thing should be locked into Psychic here, so that's good by me. Let's go for Rising Voltage. Gonna do big damage to anyone. Dracovish might even die here, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, great. So then letting their Garchomp get so chipped is a mistake, in my opinion. Here comes big old Dragapult. Who is the least essential right now? There's a lot of options to go about this end game here. I would actually say that the Raichu is more important than the Regieleki. Regieleki's a decent sack. Zera Aura, especially with Dragapult at this health, can kind of just win. We just don't want to take one straight hit from Latias, but everyone else is just doing a number on after a bulk up. So that's pretty important. Let's... on a Shadow Ball, huh? Zapdos probably dying too here. I could reset the terrain one last time and then just kind of go for it. Could also sack Raichu here. Raichu I kind of like though, if I can get the right conditions. I think I will sack Koko. Might be a mistake, but I like just setting up my offense one last time here. If the game's not over in 4-ish turns, I'd be pretty surprised. I'm free to Psychic here. They got the Garchomp. That's good. That gives us an extra turn of Electric Terrain here. Probably Latias coming in which case I think I would take that trade. Hydreigon does come in. We gotta hit a Focus Blast, or I can go for a guaranteed chip with Rising Voltage, and then it's in range to die to close combat. Do I have enough resources to win if that's the case? Do I go for the guaranteed win con? I think I do. So I'll still do like 40-50%. Oh no, because again, they're off the terrain. But still, that's in close combat range. As they opt for that, they're going to stall out our turns a bit here, but we do have enough damage to break. So I guess the call was definitely to just go for the Focus Blast, but I don't know. Again, if it had missed, we'd be even a worse pickle, to be honest. Okay, thank goodness they don't get a great roller there or anything. So Dark Pulse. Now I can do all kinds of stuff. I think Thunderbolt might even kill if I'm being honest. And this is its best chance to do so. But I don't really have to overthink this as long as we've got close combat. If they go to Latias here, that might have been a slight concern. But yeah, now we have enough sacks that we can manage this okay. Again, I'm pretty sure there's specs, so I can do this. Yeah, that should be the game right there. We'll sack Regieleki afterwards. Go for maybe Zapdos afterwards, but we should be fine. This thing's definitely Scarf. Unless they trick me right here. But, okay. It looks like a game 1 taken. My eyes are already kind of dying from wearing these glasses that I'm not prescribed for. I actually used to need glasses, funnily enough. But I've had surgery on them since, so I'm fine now. So it makes it just like, I feel like Peter Parker in the first Spider-Man movie. As they lock into Psychic, which I believe Zeraora can still take. So let's go for it here. Usually my opponents there. Oh boy. Just according to my calculations, as I dialed up right there, that's an excellent 1 game. I planned this win 18 turns ago. Couldn't have asked for anything better. I mean, I could die to Psychic. It's a strong special attacker, but 110 on Scarf, I doubt it. So that was the Regieleki thing. And again, Regieleki didn't get to flex so much there, but in a lot of points in that game, I could have definitely gone for Rising Voltage and it would have 2-hit KO'd anyone, and O-Code, quite frankly, a lot of Pokemon there. So let's go for this here. This is a team from DSEM. Fantastic, fantastic player against Mono Steel. So again, I don't think this is that good or bad one way or the other. I don't know if I'd quite describe it as neutral, but I think there's definitely a lot of tools for us to play. I'm not going to definitely have any excuses if I lose this. Things to watch out for are Spadeft Heatran. Zeraora with its close combat being the only physical attacker is going to be quite important. Although now we do have Body Press in this team. That's actually quite a relief. Oh, and this one's not Air Balloon. I prefer an Air Balloon Magnezone just for this specific reason. But we'll match up well versus Ferrothorn too. Ferrothorn will be the other big one to watch out for. So my Tapu Koko lead is honestly super obvious, and I fear it. And Zapdos' health, by the way, is going to be... Oh, and it's not... See, I'm having a hard time adjusting to these teams here, because Zapdos is specs to help us break some of these mons. Because, yeah, not a lot of these Pokemon will be able to switch into a Hurricane really at all. Okay, that's food for thought. I mean, I guess... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Heat Wave is going to be the go-to move instead of Hurricane, but then we introduced the Heatran 50-50 with the Flash Fire. A little bit messy. Rotom dies to Mold Breaker Extra Drill 2, so a lot of food for thought here. Let's go for our... I'm predicting Extra Drill lead here. They go to Melmetal. This is a pretty okay matchup. I could definitely go to Rotom, though, so I think I will do so. I don't think I can OHKO with the Heat Wave unless I'm mistaken. It is a spec Zapdos, but a lot of these Melmetals are very specially invested. So I'll Volt Switch right out here. If it's that one Melmetal that traumatized us on a previous live. Oh, I could have definitely killed with a Heat Wave. Okay, that is no Spadef investment. This is probably banded. What are you clicking here? Ice Punch? Ice Punch? I'd be surprised if it's a Double Iron Bash. There's no way it's an EQ or a fighting type move. So Magnezone should be safe. Then we can just guarantee the kill, which is nice. Yeah, that's fine. And then Discharge should kill. I think they're choice locked if we're doing that much. Yeah, sure enough. So we're going for an Iron Defense, because then they send in afterwards. That would force a Heatran swap in instead of an Extra Drill swap in, which I am way more okay with. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And then actually I can Body Press the Heatran for the kill. Yeah, this is a huge swing for us. Unless they go to Aegislash, I guess that's a possibility too. But they do go to Heatran. So if I attack first, I can get the kill. But if they Earth Power, they get the kill. What's the speed on a Spadef Heatran? I've got a similar team on this from Finchinator. So what kind of speed are we working with? 200 versus my 209 speed. Do we go for it? Do we send it? Shall we send it, everyone? I think so. I think so. Let's do it. Oh. Okay, so there's some sort of max speed, it looks like. More than 40 would have to be, just for curiosity's sake, like 80, 84, which is pretty reasonable. Okay, they got us. That would have been a helpful Pokemon to have, especially for Celesteela, I'm not going to lie. Well, we got lots of electric mons for Celesteela, but oh well. Nothing we can do about it. I thought it was worth a shot, as we are going to get... the Lava Plume would suggest they're not Earth Power. So it means they're Toxic Stealth Rocks Protect. So their aura is okay. We can 2-hit KO with close combat, but we're risking a burn, which is messy because their aura is very, very good in this matchup. Zapdos, I mean, everyone else is a special attacker too. So it's kind of yucky, but I think I'll have to go to Rotom and just kind of chip away until I can get into the range of a Zera Aura Oko, which would be what exactly? Versus Heatran, we're looking at 70 to 80%. So about 1 or 2 Hydro Pumps and we're fine there. I also like this piece if they go for Stealth Rocks right now. We'll probably get a Toxic Rotom, but if they go for Stealth Rocks, we also have a Defog option, which is great. We haven't revealed what our Zapdos is whatsoever, so this is okay to me. I guess they could probably guess it's a Spec Zapdos from that damage earlier. Yeah, they do go for Toxic here. Please hit. That's quite within our range right there. Do I Volt Switch? They were faster. Yeah, they're very speedy. Faster than 219. There's the Ferrothorn swap. That's not surprising. Heat Wave is so obvious right now. I'm tempted to go for Hurricane because it'd also be a 2-hit KO on Ferrothorn. And it'd be a 2-hit KO on Heatran. I think I'm going to do it. We might see a mid-ground going to Celesteela. That would surprise me. Heatran, okay, please hit. That's unfortunate because we don't love swapping this guy. It's going to be free rocks for them now. I'm tempted to just attack again, but they do Lava Plume, so that pans out pretty nicely. Are they not Protect? Let's Hydro Pump again here, honestly. Okay, yeah, they go for the taunt, so please hits. There we go. You're not so threatening anymore. So they're taunt, so they're not protected. They have taunt instead. That kind of adds up. X-Kit comes in this turn. Good play. Zapdos will still be fine. Okay, we get that. I'm going to go for Heat Wave this time. We have not revealed it so far. Yeah, we're going to get the Aegislash. I'd be surprised if they gone to Heatran on that earlier turn. Leftovers Aegislash suggested me some sort of Shadow Ball Mon. I'm kind of down to go to Rotom. It's not helping us with the extra drill. We got all kinds of mons to beat Celesteela. Ferrothorn's not so great against, so it's a Spadef Mon. I think it's going to be pretty safe here. It's a King Shield. That's fine. Do I go for a Will-O-Wisp even? Covers a lot of swap-ins too. And the burn, I didn't know that King Shield didn't act like Protect like that. That's interesting. The fact that the burn went through the King Shield, pretty fantastic. They can't stall with leftovers anymore. So let's Volt Switch out here on the Ferrothorn. Can get this going again. I'm going to Hurricane here. It'll definitely kill Heatran. It's a 2-hit KO on Ferrothorn, except we're not going to hit it to save our life. Let's go to Rotom here as they go to Heatran. Now I can go for another Hydro Pump. I don't have Pain Split. I think I'll Volt Switch on the Aegislash. That's fine by me. Now I can go for a knockoff on the Zera Aura here. This guy seems like a King Shielder in the face of a knockoff. This could be really bad if it doesn't work out. Oh, it is really bad. Oh, it's really bad. To the King Shield here? We'll see. They go to Exca. These guys are often Scarf on mono steel, actually. So we'll make a double switch here. Okay, they don't seem to be given by that play where they were fishing for a close combat there. Makes sense. Let's go for a Volt Switch. There goes Aegislash. So the last couple 5 turns have not panned out beautifully for us, if I'm being honest. Let's go to our... If I go to Rotom, it kind of baits in Extra Drill, which I'm kind of down for. Our Tapu Koko finally gets some electric terrain offense kind of going, but we don't need it so much. That's not how we're winning this game at this point. I'm thinking Rotom doesn't invite in Heatran, kind of invites in Ferrothorn, who I'm pretty fine with. I might even go for a Will-O-Wisp there. Doesn't invite in Celesteela, invites in Extra Drill. Yeah, that's what I want. This is the matchup I want to see this turn, and that's going to be an Extra Drill because we swap into them easily. The more chances we get our Zapdos in, the better. They do go to Ferrothorn. All a Will-O-Wisp here. I can also defog. Man, we cannot hit a move to save our life, but at least the favor's returned. Let's Volt Switch on a possible Heatran. Okay, they don't get us. We don't get it there. I'll Will-O-Wisp again as they Leech Seed. So we'll keep this guy as a sack. Go to Zapdos this turn. Zapdos is looking like such a great win condition at this point. They go for Spikes. I'll Heat Wave this time. Yeah, we catch them. That's awesome. I don't know if they know that we're Specs yet. No, they don't seem to. So they'll go for this Rock Slide. Please don't flinch me. Going through the ringer this time, gang. We'll go to here. That does suggest there's Scarf because this is a very fast Zapdos. So now I can go to... Zero Ori won't die from one hit here. I could go for that and go for a pretty free Plasma Fist. But if they stay in on Rock Slide again, I'm kind of in trouble. Boy, that flinch was really bad. Raichu Lola, I could go for a Focus Blast. That would work pretty okay. I could maybe get a 2-hit KO with a Grass Knot on Coco. I don't know. It's a neutral move. Doesn't seem great. Boy, it's just got a lot messier. Zeraora, I think if I sent in Zeraora, they'd be fearing the close combat, and they'd probably swap out to one of these two. But if they stayed in and did the Rock Slide instead, I got the 50-50 wrong, then I'd be in a bad way. Plus we're Toxic. I could just go in and actually close combat, and then choose a move afterwards. Yeah, I don't have to overthink that. We should be fine here, assuming no more flinches, which they might go for. In their position, a 30% chance isn't the end of the world for them there. Do we see a swap to Extra this turn? I would kind of wager. No, they won't do that. They will Heavy Slam maybe. I got the lower defense. They go for the Leech Seed there. Let's go for Coco. They might swap, but I'm imagining a Protect is kind of in the cards right now. They Leech Seed again. Good play. Good play. Do they have a Protect in the works? I'll go to Zeraora here. This will kill. They go to Excadrill. That kind of guarantees an EQ in my opinion. So let's try for Zapdos. Oh, this thing got so messy now. Rock Slide might even kill. Go for Stealth Rocks. Okay. Kind of wild. I like it. I'll Volt Switch here on the Celesteela. Later, buddy. I'll go to Zeraora. Or does it die? No, it's fine. It's fine. But now we can get Rock Slide. Yeah. But if they lock into Rock Slide, then I can go to Raichu pretty fine. And win. But we only have one turn left of Electric Terrain. Ugh. They do EQ, actually. Interesting. Oh, and the Rock Slide because I have Specs. Darn. Darn it. Alright, we gotta hit a couple Focus Blasts then. Let's, no worries. No stress from me. It's Grass Knot, but we're dead. Let's go to Raichu. Please hit Focus Blast. We missed a lot of moves so far. Come on, we missed like 12 Hurricanes. We got flinched. Please hit. Yes. That's big. We win. That one was scary game. GG to our opponent. Wow, that was... Woo! Woo, look at the red face here. I'm all swollen up, not because I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt on a hot day. Stressful one. Okay, so let's... Oh, that's a very high ranked opponent too. That's a big win. Oh, wrong screen. Okay, let's... We got enough time. It's 24 minutes. Okay, I will do this one, but if you get a bad matchup, let the record show that I chose this team because I wanted a quick game win or loss. Let the record show. Nobody get mad at me if I lose an instantly quick win because I chose Regieleki over Spec Zapdos. Because again, if you're playing and you want a super viable team that's really good against even neutral matchups, I think you do want the Spec Zapdos one like we had last time. If I had this Regieleki team last time, what the hell? Do I want to go? Yeah, what the hell? I'll go back to I'm just so afraid of coming against like a defensive mono steel team that I do really want the Spec Zapdos. It's just so much better against like kind of top tier teams, I guess is what you would want to call it or whatever. If you're just kind of like curb stomping a random Sun team, then you definitely want the Regieleki. But this way, it's fine. And the other thing to note is that this team can also curb stomp your average Sun or Rain teams. Like it's not bad by any means. So we'll be fine here. Taking a while to get us a game, but that's fine by me. All according to calculations. Oh my. What was that I was saying about matchup fishing? This is about the ultimate matchup fish. So it's probably a Sandrush Excadrill, which is nice. So if there's any consolation, it's the fact that Rotom is much better here. But oh my, this is going to be tricky, tricky. Let's go Rotom. We get that Pout on there. If they Toxic us, that would suck, but Pout on down would also be nice. They go to Gastrodon, not too surprising. We'll do that. I honestly could have anticipated that earlier. They Toxic there. Honestly, it's not the worst trade because Gastrodon's really important for us to break. Who's got the more special attack? And Coco, I don't think Coco can OHKO with Grass Knot actually. So going to them here would be a mistake in my opinion. Let's go to, I think it's gonna be Zapdos, but they're probably gonna read this with a Toxic. Skull does... GG. GG. That's as bad as it gets. I need this Mon to pout on. Can we hit? I need a full there's no way. There's no way anymore. There's no way. I need to crit 1,200 moves in a row. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get it. I mean, if we happen to kill the Hippowdon right here, then Zera Aura would be possible. Hey, crit 1. Crit 1. Hold on a second here. No more sands. Yeah, Exegol does become less fearsome. If we still had a Mon to beat them, that'd be fine. Definitely a Sludge Wave here. Let's go for Zone on the Sludge Wave. I might Flamethrower. Oh, wow. I guess that makes sense. I thought the Rotom swap was going to be obvious, but that makes sense. Now I can go for you, go for Psychic. It's not, I think I would have been fine if not for that disastrous Zapdos turn. Wasn't the greatest swap in the first place, but someone had to be swapped into a +1 Scald, which crit and burned, and then missed 2 Hurricanes, but we'll not dwell on that too much. Psychic is, I'm going to have to hit some Focus Blast too, because Extral's a decent swap in right now. They go to Runerigus. How much is this going to do here? 60, that's excellent. We still kept Tapu Koko, so if we're going to win, it's definitely going to be off Raichu's back here. Ice Shard, I think, might be close to threatening right now. I think I have to take this if they're going to give it to me right now. Because now I can at least break with Zera Aura. I think I had to take that there. I just talked about how Raichu could definitely win us the game, but like breaking Gastrodon is so important. So let's go for a... Go for either a Dazzling Gleam with Coco, which gives the freest... No, Dazzling Gleam is not remotely the play. I could go for Grass Knot, but I think I'll just go for Zera Aura. That makes sense. Let's go for the knockoff. Once this thing's dead, Rotom actually becomes pretty decent. Toxic or no. Tempted to close combat, but that Spadef drop does worry me. Like, it would drop her defense, and then Mammoth could potentially Ice Shard. I don't really know the calcs there, but I don't want to get into it when I can just knock off here pretty freely. I think it'll... I don't know if I can 2-hit KO Nidoking at all, sadly. You're going to go Exegol, though. That's fine. Now I can close combat. That should be Nidoking. Which is going to be such a nightmare. They do go to Mammoth, though. Can't swap into anything, really. I can go to Rotom. I can go to Rotom. I think I'm going to really need Rotom for that Nidoking. It's very Spadeft. I can go for a Hydro Pump on it. I think, yeah, Tapu Koko and Zera Aura can clean up Mammoth at their leisure. But let's just take a calc here. Let's not get crazy. It's a 62% chance to kill. I got to take that. Unless it's AV, like that one MV set that's running around. Oh, boy. Okay, let's we're probably not fast with the Rotom. If I go for Grass Knot on, it'll kill this. It won't kill Nidoking. It's actually weirdly close. If I had, I'm not gonna say if I gotten that roll, because I don't think there's any roll. If it's taking 79, that wasn't even in our range. Like, let's say they're max HP and like Spadeft or something. Yeah, there's no roll where I was killing them there. I have to go to Rotom here. There's no play. They should be Sludge Waving here for sure. They get that. I'm going to double switch on the Gastrodon, because if I'm them, the Gastrodon completely walls my Rotom. I'm not going to risk losing right here. But Sludge Wave is 2 at KO anyways, so that didn't matter actually. They give me the pop off on the non-neutral matchup. Yeah. Burn it. Shoot. Son of a gun. But that was pretty close. I think that was actually a great showcase of Electric, if I'm going to be honest. I think that was a very winnable game. That definitely, again, like, all these electric Pokemon have means to beat swapping in ground types, and we really showed it off there. So that was a pretty close game. Happy to show off, and it's also good because, as I said on the beginning here, it's the ultimate matchup fish. Electric, at least in my opinion, because Electric, it's great on neutral matchups, but it's just if you get some bad opposing Pokemon, you're really in for a hard time. So this worked out great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below for the next Showdown Live, because we do have one more Electric planned, but after that, we'll have to wait and see, because guess what? Yet again, Fighting did not win. It actually tied Electric, with being honest, this time, but I just find it so funny that it always gets second that I had to have it lose the tiebreaker. So maybe you guys can give Fighting some love. I've been seeing Grass and what else was rising up? Psychic rising up. So let me know what you want to see next after the following live, and I'll get to work on that. But thanks guys so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.